on the note of interesting data, should we transition to little known facts?
Sure. Yeah, I'm not gonna start then. I'll think about mine.
So just to remind everyone, this next segment is little known facts. So each of us will take turns sharing what we consider to be a little known fact. The other two people will then judge, is it little known and is it an interesting fact?
But among us, or like little known, like for the viewers?
That's up to us.
I don't even know really.
The last one you shared last week, I found it interesting to just broadly, or little known broadly. So I voted yes, but Lewis is a harsher.
Because me, I have like plenty of little known facts about Korea that people would not know. Foreigners will come here for like 2 weeks or even like a year exchange student. They wouldn't know those things.
Throw it out there. Throw it at the mercy of the court.
That works.
Are you
gonna be objective about this, or
no? It's purely subjective, based on the moment.
Until you
little known
say
fact about like 3 people who like live like almost like he lived like 10 years in Korea. Like, I mean, how can I surprise you?
But it could be a fact about you. It could be a fact about anything. So I will lead it off maybe then to get us started. So on the subject of alcohol, I'm going to make up for my horrible fact that I forgot last week. Little known fact is that obviously the soju bottle, the green soju bottle, is ubiquitous, right? Every drama, movie, there's the green soju bottle. So a little known fact is that actually the reason all the soju companies use that green bottle is that the companies interchange. So the government basically thought it was really wasteful, and so the companies are all supposed to use the same bottle, and then that's why when the store owners put the bottles out, companies just take any box regardless of the bottle and then rinse the label off and reuse it. And so you can get instances where a bottle might have like Jinro stamped on the side, but it's actually a different bottle. And it used to be that, and actually still happens, some people will think it's a knockoff, like not a real soju because it has a different company's indentation on the glass than is the label. And so some people think, oh, this isn't a real bottle, it's a knockoff. But it's not. It's just that to reduce waste, I thought it was a really smart program. To reduce waste, they said everyone use the same bottle. That way we don't have to worry about like recycling, we can just keep reusing the bottles. So that's my little known fact about Korean alcohol. So judge me. How many points do I get? Remember, 2 thumbs, one if it's little known, one if it's interesting.
I wouldn't do. All right.
Okay.
Just me?
No, both of you. All right, 3, 2, 1. Is that down? Okay. That's sideways?
Okay. I thought like nothing, like down. Right?
Okay, so what did I get a point for here?
I didn't know about that.
Not interested. Okay, fair enough. So mark it. Do we have a pen? Mark it down. I got 3 points.
I didn't
so
know
far.
about that, but if you, now you tell me, it's like I'm not surprised because I see all those trucks always like taking those sort of bottles.
It's a really good thing. It's like it is good. I think I have maybe like heard it before, but like it's good.
But again, example of one of those policies where it's like the soju companies might not like it.
Yeah.
The government's like, if the people don't exist for you, you exist for them.
No, I think they'll love it. They'll love it because they won't have to pay for a bottle every time. They'll be.
But from the marketing standpoint, that's why actually there was a controversy. Jinro, one of the big brands, recently went back to a blue bottle of a different shape. And from a marketing standpoint, now they stand out. But some people don't like it because it's basically they're breaking the agreement.
But they're selling so well, like
that's why.
Yeah, you're right.
We actually, Edgy and I kind of just said like we're not going to buy that one. Just because the idea of like you're being a dick, like there was this agreement that we are not going to make waste, so let's.
That little frog pisses me off though. I go get YouTube adverts and from that thing, and the frog's there, and the woman's like, the frog's picking up the woman. She's like, "Ooh, like have you seen it? Oh God, I need to get YouTube Premium. It drives me crazy."
Okay, your turn. Let's hear it. What's your fact?
Mine's terrible. I forgot I had to do this until I was on the subway. What was it? Do you know that women in a lifetime blink twice more than men?
Koreans or like
all women?
All women. It's not Korean related, like, but it's.
I think I believe that. That's the response to when we say stupid things and they go. Yeah. Are you serious? Okay.
Hang on. So it could be about like other things, like
anything.
Jesus Christ.
It could be like little known fact. My middle name is this. And it's just up to us to judge if it's interesting.
Do you know my middle name?
I don't even think I know your last name.
Probably starts with a V.
No, I know your last name now. I don't know your last name. I just thought it was Hamilton.
Yeah, I'll keep that quiet. I don't want my last name.
Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3.
That's right to the camera.
Yeah.
What's the right one?
Okay, again, like
Okay, I'm gonna say. Well, you go first.
I'd say it was interesting, but I would say that I was expecting something about Korea. So
That's fair. There are no rules.
I was disappointed.
I'm the opposite. I thought it was little known. I just didn't find it that interesting.
Oh, good.
Please, we have to make clearer rules, and also next time I'll bring also a leaderboard, and we can keep up the point system, and we also have to find like what's going to happen.
There should be a
when
consequence,
we lose or win.
a shot or
There
something.
should be consequences, and we have to define rules better.
Yeah.
Okay, mine. Okay, I'll go for. I don't care about you guys, or whether you find it interesting or not. For the audience, there's something I don't know. Have you lived in an apartment, Daniel?
No.
No. Did you know that there are speakers in the room that like broadcast announcement
Directly into your home.
directly in your home?
Like
And-
1984.
And you cannot turn it off.
Like Big Brother.
Like Big Brothers, like you're, barely woke up like 9 a.m. Like there would be someone like speaking in your house. Like the first time that happened to me in Korea, I was like literally like I heard something, and it depends which like how old your house is, but sometimes the speaker are really shitty, and I was like I could hear something. It's like did I let something on like the radio or the computer? And I was like where does it come from? The first apartment I lived in Korea, I was like what the fuck?
Right.
And I told my wife like there's someone speaking in our house, and she said like that's the announcement speaker.
Yeah.
So they would say like oh today we're like cleaning the parking lot, so please move your car. But even though it's so dumb because like it's so advanced in technology, sometimes Korea and like we have all those like little like smart panel in our house that give us like how much electricity and water we used, and we can like do so many things. I can even like pick up the phone, like if someone like ring downstairs, I can like call, like I can answer when I'm like
On the toilet.
the toilet.
Yep.
On the toilet. There's those features, like so like why didn't they figure out a way to send messages directly to our phone? Like they have our information, phone numbers, and everything.
Isn't this fact going to be like just a short little fact?
Sorry, that was that's it.
There is interesting bits going down.
Okay. And I actually know about that because when I was in your house before we did that driving thing, one of those came on and it freaked me out.
That was the first time you heard?
It freaked me out. Okay.
What is it? Is it?
Did you find it interesting? Do you think it's little known? All right. 1, 2, 3.
Bastard.
Oh no, I think it was a little known. I was shocked when I first heard it. It blew me away, and I think it's interesting because that to me is just such an invasion of privacy that you can't turn it off. Like if it's a standard thing.
I'll change it.
Is in the wrong spot.
I'm going to change it. Little
known,
known, but it is interesting. It is interesting because you'd never get that anywhere else probably in the world. Yeah. But I do want to say one thing, which is because normally it's for announcements in the apartment and stuff. Like a couple of months ago, suddenly it's Sunday morning about 9 o'clock. This freaking Joshi came on. This guy started selling fish.
Love it.
He must have bribed the security people or something, and they talked for ages. Like when you go into a supermarket. yeah, like that. When you go into a supermarket, he's giving his sales pitch over the microphone, and I was like, what is going on? What is this guy doing? And I was so annoyed. Anyway, I walked out. I had to go somewhere, so I was already awake, thankfully. But I walked outside, and there was all of these old women walking around with bags of blooming fish, and I was like, they must have been super happy because they got I think it was crab actually. They got it for really cheap. But I was like the only one really annoyed because I felt like it's invading my privacy.
You are just like Oscar the Grouch. You just a guy comes offering discount crab at your door, and then you just want to rain on everyone's parade.